Sup,
What's up,
Boomer?
Boomer? How's it going?
It's going. It's good.
Nice.
Hydrating. Coffee. Hydrate coffee. Hydrate coffee. That's all.
Dude, super random. So, I typically don't use Facebook that often, even though that should be my preferred means of communication since
Wrong.
part boomer.
Oh, yeah.
Wrong what?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. I made a Facebook post, and while I'm on there, I actually saw one of the guys I used to hang out with talk about how the dating scene in Boise, Idaho is just wretched.
Oh, God.
Um, yeah, and I'm like, is it, dude? It's like, seems like that must be like a new thing. Because I mean, maybe I'm just so disconnected from the dating scene because my wife and I have been either dating and married for the better part of 18 years now.
Oh,
But
yeah.
dude, I'm just glad I don't have to deal with that
Could you
shit. You know what I mean?
imagine? Like back
No,
in those days, back in the day, um, we didn't have dating apps.
no,
Like I had to meet people at
at the
bars,
bar. Yeah,
at
I knew you were
work,
gonna say that. That's
at
so you.
I don't go to the gym, but back then the gym, I would assume, on the streets waving hello, the
Yeah,
grocery store, right? But nowadays, like dating apps are where it's at, which is terrifying to me.
yeah, yeah.
Like, you
Well,
can
not
trust
not
this
for you,
person,
not for you, but to
right?
you.
To me,
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
yes, because I'm not sorry, John. I'm not out there side dating. But
No,
yeah, like
side dating.
how do you know who these people are?
I don't think there is really a way to know. And that catfish situation is
Yes.
like crazy.
Total like, back in the day, we had to actually talk to these people face to face, and it took a long time to know who they were, and then sometimes I still don't even know who the hell John is.
Well,
So
you could cross off some of the like boxes, like, well, he's at least 6 feet tall. Like
oh,
he's standing in front of me. He's at least a man. He's at least doesn't have a ring on his finger or a suntan ring around his finger, which you can look for.
yeah,
I don't have
you
my
can
ring on, but you can
but
still
you
see
see
that I
the
wear a ring.
indent you see the
Yeah,
indent yes.
yeah, because of
Yeah,
my
well,
sausage fingers.
sure. Yes, but you also had to figure out who they were as a person. Do they have a crazy family? Are they abusive? Are they a liar? Are they a cheater,
Yeah,
right? Nowadays, the kids can Google that, stalk them on Instagram, other social media, pull them up on LinkedIn, find out where they work, pull up a police report, do a background check. I mean, if I were in the dating world these days, those are the exact
yeah.
ding, 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 ding is
You
exactly
do
what I would do.
like a crazy stalker. Like you would
Oh, yeah.
know them before
Oh,
you knew them,
yes.
right?
Like, send if you're about to date someone, send me their name, and I'll let you know if you should. Send me the picture that they posted online, let me do an image search,
Just so easy
I'll
to
help
do.
you out. Yeah, like, so when John and I first started dating, I did have access to pulling up police reports. Like,
Uh-huh.
in Boise, there's a website you can go to where you can see if someone's been arrested, if they've gotten tickets, anything like that. That's public record,
Yeah.
and it said, uh, "Defecating in public." And I was
No.
like, "What the fuck is this?" And so I text him,
John.
and I text him. We were dating maybe a couple of months. This is after the FUPA incident, and I text him and I
You're
said,
just trying to get him back.
"Did you get a ticket for shitting in public?" And he texts me back, he's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And then he
Oh,
called me because 'cause I'm
no.
not responding to him because 'cause I'm grossed out. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Did you just look me up?" I was like, "Of course I
Oh,
did. I'm smart.
oh,
I'm a
is there
smart
something
woman."
you're hiding? What are you hiding?
Yes, who is she?
Yeah.
And,
Are you married?
I don't know why they labeled it defecating, but he
Uh,
said he urinated, like, behind a car or something.
oh.
But wouldn't it say urinated in public? Also, that
Yeah,
word
that
sounds
seems like a unfortunate not typo, but use of
mm,
the wrong word. Because defecating, the
mm.
first thing I thought was a shit, like he was taking a shit in
Same,
public.
same.
Yeah.
Which I would think shitting in public's way worse than peeing in public.
Yeah.
I've peed in public, but I've never shit in public. Yeah, way
You're a
worse.
lady, though.
And ladies can't pee in public? My god, Jeff. You're just gonna keep digging your hole. Yeah.
It's always an exciting situation when like Katie has to pee on like a long road trip and I gotta park the car just perfectly
Yes.
so that she can like swing the door, block both lanes of traffic.
Guys have it so easy. Just whip it out anywhere. Not anywhere. You'll get a ticket.
Yeah, that's true.
But
And
yeah.
you'll end up on a registry. We do not condone whipping out your thing anywhere or anywhere. Sam didn't
Then
mean it.
also the way, way, way back in the day, I would call it the good old days of dating, right?
Uh-huh.
Drive-in
The golden
movies,
years.
poodle skirts,
Oh yeah.
sharing milkshakes.
Malt shakes.
Exactly. The men open the door every single time.
See, I'm a feminist. I believe that the woman should still open the door for me as well. It should be like a 50-50 thing here.
Mhm.
If you want to get paid the same, you can open the door for me.
Wrong.
I'm
Open
just
my
joking.
fucking door.
You should be paid the same or more. You should actually get paid more.
Or
Did that
like
save it?
no, it didn't save it. Back then, like the way they knew each other as, well, I know the Smith family and their
Yeah.
daddy, he screwed me out of a business deal. You know.
But or that's good family. That's good
Exactly,
family.
exactly, and
You
then
can
it
work
moved
with that.
to our generation where we actually have to talk to them and find out who they are, and now the new generation of, you don't know if you're gonna get murdered or have really good tacos that night.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, I
What
couldn't
is your
imagine.
what's your story? How did you and John meet?
We met at a bar. Weird.
Of course you did.
He was a bartender.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Where?
downtown used to be called Mac and Charlie's.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But it
Yeah,
now what, Silly Birch or something now?
now it's Silly Birch. Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. So he was a bartender. I just got out of a relationship, I don't know, 4 years, something like 5 years, something like that. I think we had only been broken up a week, maybe.
Uh-huh.
And my friend introduces me to John, the bartender. She's like, "You'll love him. He's gorgeous." And
And he
then,
is.
yes, anyway, so that's how we met at the bar. He was a bartender. He had one rule as a bartender, that is, don't date or take people home from the bar, I
Ooh.
guess. Um,
Rules are made to
and
be broken, am I right?
exactly. And I think, like, after going in every day for 3 days or something, he wrote down his phone number. We went on a date the next week. Our first date, we went to, you ready? We went to Opa.
Can I guess? Ah.
Ah, shit, sorry. It's closed now. I freaking
Opa,
love
yeah.
Opa. Yes. So, went to Opa.
The Mediterranean place.
Yes. We had Euros.
Uh-huh.
After Euros, we went to, oh God, I don't even know what it used to be called. Maybe Lips? Yeah, Lips bar.
Okay.
And then we went to Mac and Charlie's. We played shuffleboard and we made a
Mhm.
bet on that shuffleboard. Whoever won had to do whatever the other one said. And so if John
Oh.
won, I had to take him to Chicago for a week because that's where I moved here from. And he loves
Uh-huh.
the Bears and the Cubs. If he won, then, or that's if he won. If I won, then he had to take me swimming with dolphins. He won, and I've still never taken
Damn
him
it.
to Chicago. Um,
But did
and
you
that
ever
was
get to
it.
swim with dolphins?
No, I don't want to anymore.
Yeah, it's
I
like a
don't.
thing.
Yeah, I want to snuggle them. I want to pay to snuggle and pet them. I don't want to ride them. I don't want them to ride me around. But then I'm like, if I'm paying, is is, is that
You should be able to do what you want with the dolphins if you're gonna pay.
Anywho,
Yeah.
that's how we met. How'd you guys? What was
Yeah.
your
Well, hold on.
experience?
Well, mine's boring. But let me I gotta go back. I just saw a video, like freaking dolphins are one of the only other animals that have sex for pleasure. Did you know that?
No, but I have seen videos
Yeah.
of dolphins trying to ram ladies in the
Ex
crotch.
Is that what you just saw the other day?
Yeah.
It's like a thing now.
I don't You didn't
Like
send it to me. I saw it somewhere
no.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're on the same algorithm
Yeah,
apparently.
we are. The same
Aggressive
perverted
animal
dolphin
behavior
rape.
towards people. Sad. Could you imagine? I'd be terrified.
No, another reason why you can't swim with
Dude,
dolphins. They
can't
can't be
swim with
trusted.
dolphins.
Predators.
Dude, they are sex predators.
They are offenders.
Uh,
Everyone.
yeah, crazy. That video was terrifying. All right, so my story. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that. We did. It's not an app. But I had just gotten out of a relationship. I don't know, maybe like 8 months or so prior to seeing Catherine for the first time, and it was actually on a website called MySpace. Um, I sent her a message, and I promise it wasn't a bulk message. I didn't send it out to every pretty girl that I could see, but I was like, "Yo, you look familiar," and she's like, "You probably say that to all the girls," and I go, "Just the pretty ones," and then so cheesy, and then she fell for it, right? Because then
Idiot.
like a day, I know a day or two later, she's like, "Yo, why don't you just call me?" She sent me her phone number, and then I had actually gotten a message in the middle of a Chiefs game, and for those that know me, I'm a huge Chiefs fan, and I went at halftime to go and call her because I got 15 minutes for halftime, and I didn't even watch the second half. We were just so engulfed with each other in this conversation, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just watching the Chiefs game" to Katie, and she's like, "Oh yeah," and I don't remember who it was, Rich Gannon or something like. She dropped the name of the quarterback for the Chiefs, and I was like, "I love you," just like I'm so like awkward, but it was just like whatever, right? It got awkward shortly after that, and she had to go. And then I tried calling her back, and her friend ended up answering, and she's like, "Why did you tell Katie that you love her on your first phone call? Because now I feel like I'm just gonna lose it." You know what I mean? Like she's going to run because I'm obviously very clingy and like crazy. I reeled that thing back in, and so she's in Southern California. I missed that part. So she was going to school. We actually knew a lot of the same people. She's like sitting around at one night and we're on the phone and I'm like, "Oh yeah, my mom picked me up some Jack in the Box." And she's like, "Oh, I'm hungry." I'm like, "Oh man, well, what do you want?" She's like, "Oh, there's this really great pizza place around the corner called Hungry Howie's. If I could, I would go there." I'm like, "Yo, like I'll just order it for you." So I ordered her pizza from Boise and delivered it to her and all of her friends. Uh, and I did that a couple of times, and we still hadn't met like officially. But she was coming home for Christmas. Um, I no, it's probably Thanksgiving. Neither here nor there. But I was like, "Yo, do I finally get to meet you?" And she's like, "My parents are not gonna let me meet some guy that I met online. I have no idea who you actually are." I was like, "Let me meet your parents." And she's like, "You'd go and meet my parents." I was like, "I would go and meet your parents." So I actually went and had dinner with Katie's parents at Flying Pie with them, and they ended up introducing me to Katie officially for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
And that is that.
How ballsy of you to go just take charge and say,
Dude,
let me meet your parents."
absolutely terrifying. So, Katie was in a soccer game the night that I was supposed to go, or that I did go and meet with her parents. And walking out the door, getting into the car, I ripped a huge hole in the front of my pants. And so, like on the knee, not like in the crotch or the butt or anywhere like that.
Yeah.
But I was like, "Oh shit!" Now I look like a ragamuffin. I don't even. That's hopefully not a bad word. Let me just lay out a different one, just in case that's something
Okay.
that I don't know what it means.
Mhm.
Scumbag
Okay.
or peasant or any of the above. We can edit the right one in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I tried calling her and she wouldn't answer. I'm like, it took everything I had to walk in and like introduce myself as the dude with like, you know, holy jeans that looks like shit. And so
There was
Katie,
a hole in your jeans?
yeah, well, it looked like they were just bunk
Okay.
jeans now because it was
Okay.
like from above the knee to like below the knee and not like it was you
Ah,
bought them that way.
okay.
And plus it was before I think that was even cool anyway, having like fucked up looking jeans. Um, and so Katie was texting Katie's mom while we were at dinner and like sending back little code words and stuff. And then I guess Katie's mom, Joyce, I love you, but I believe that her words were, "Can't you find a nice boy in Southern California?"
Oh, she did not like
Which
you.
I mean, I think she liked me, but she had sent her daughter off to school. You know what I mean?
She's trying
To
to get
maybe
rid of her.
find,
But wouldn't
yeah,
she
I don't
want her
know.
daughter to come back to Boise, so find a nice Boise boy?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one that actually had pants that would stay together, could afford that sort of thing, wasn't working for a gutter company.
Alright.
Right. So anyway, I wooed her parents. They love me. It's been awesome ever since.
And
So,
here you are.
and here we are. I didn't have to meet
After
her on any of those crazy ass. What are they? We got
gosh,
Bumble, Plenty of
we've got plenty of
Fish,
fish. We've got Tinder.
Grinder,
We've got so Grinder, Tinder, christiansonly.com,
FarmersOnly.com,
farmers only.
ConstructionWorkersOnly.com.
Ooh, is that a thing?
No, I don't think so, but it could
Oh,
be.
They make a lot of
Yeah.
money. Should be.
Yeah, they would.
Yes.
Yeah.
My God. The thought of our
Good.
children dating is terrifying. Because, like, what
I
would that look like? Like, we just spoke about the evolution of back in the day, driving an hour to pick up someone because that's how far apart houses
yeah.
were back then in the
Yeah.
farmland, and
Mhm.
then to us having to actually sit down and have conversations, to the kids these days, dating apps, you don't know if you're gonna get murdered. Our
Yeah.
children, what is that gonna look like?
So, like, I don't know that it will necessarily be something like it is right now, like an app. There's probably gonna be, like, I think you mentioned it, when we were just talking. It's just like some sort of like metaverse type thing where it's like you have your avatar and you meet a potential partner's avatar, and if you like that person's avatar, then you guys can uh, commingle. And will they meet? When is going to be the first time somebody gets married having never met the other person face to face?
I think it
Do you think that
happens
like,
in
like that's got to be a thing, right?
I think it happens in prison all the time. Like those
Oh
fans of
shit.
like murderers who marry them
Yeah.
in prison. I guess they see them in person, like or through the glass, I would assume.
Yeah. But
I
like
don't freaking
murder.
know. But the thought of them dating is terrifying. Maybe it's just because the more we know these days, but also what is that going to look like? And people are getting married later and later, later in life,
Mhm.
having kids later and later and later in life, having less kids. Um, Maybe they won't even date.
Yeah, that's true. Uh, I saw a thing. It was like, this guy could have just been throwing something out anyway, but he was like 40 to 50% of people that are like 21 and older at this point are probably not going to get married like ever. It's just like totally bunk the system, um, which is just crazy, right? Like half the population just not getting married.
Yeah.
Um, but like on the other hand too, it's like if there's more information out there, which that's kind of like the way things seem to be going, it's like you can find anything about anybody. Maybe there will be like an app where you can actually like figure somebody out, and it's like the perfect dating app where you can actually find that perfect person for you with all the algorithms, and people are tracking you constantly with like marketing, the little cookies that you go onto. So if you have like similar interests based off of that, like you could find the perfect person based off of your search history. That'd be weird.
I kinda like that. I wonder if the dating apps they have these days, can you rate the person who you date? Like, opened car? Yep.
Mm.
Paid for the meal? Yep.
Ooh.
Polite, respectful, funny. Ooh, that would be great.
Yeah,
That'll
and then you
force
could see
people to
other
be
people
better.
based off of their, like, social, value,
Yeah,
basically.
kind of like an
Wow.
Airbnb. Only show me people who open doors for ladies. This is a
5
common
stars or
theme.
more.
Right now, this episode, I think I've mentioned men opening cars for door wait, opening doors for women more than any time in my life. You can tell it's a sticking point with me. John, I
John open it
swear
for
to
you?
God, please, if you would show John how to open my car door, that'd be great. Do you open
You
Catherine's
know
car
what I
door?
do. No,
What?
you know what I do with doors.
What?
I've done that to you. Open the door
Yes.
slightly so I can get in, and then I slither
Yes,
my ass into it, and I shut it behind me really quick so you have to open
you
the door for yourself.
you prime asshole. Yes,
Yeah.
that is yes.
Prime. Grade A prime asshole.
You've done that so many times to me.
Oh my god, I love it.
Ah,
How did you combat that one time?
I don't remember.
Oh, you trapped me in the fucking door. I was halfway through it, and I think you slammed it on me. I think it could have been the thing that you did, but it was the first time that it was like, how do I escape? Like this is not working the way that I was
No.
hoping that it would work,
I
and
watch
I think I was trapped in between the door.
Yeah, and I watch enough listen to murder podcasts, watch enough murder shows that I could have killed you so freaking fast. No one
You
would have
never
found
know that
you.
you did it on purpose. Wait, you're gonna get rid of the body too?
No, if there's one thing I've learned from those podcasts and knowing about it is you can't get away with it. Not now, not these day and age.
Dude, there's so much technology.
No.
Like your phone has been pinged over there, and then you were over there. Freaking that guy up in Moscow. Like they
I love
caught
that.
his ass from hanging around that house so often.
I love
That was
that.
crazy.
Technology is wild. That's a whole
Oh
different thing, but yeah.
man, yeah, yeah. We
See?
have, and we kicked around the idea of doing an AI everything because it's like you could do anything with AI right now. It's fucking nuts. It's kind of scary. My neighbor across the street just loses his mind whenever we start talking about it. He's like holding off from having kids. He's like, fucking AI, man. I'm like, part of me is like, I fucking agree with you because it's
Yeah.
terrifying.
We should move. Let's move our family.
Yeah.
Costa Rica,
Oof.
Bali,
That sounds like fun.
Utah.
No, somewhere where we're safe. You know what I
Uh,
mean?
Not Utah.
So, and not connected really. It would be fun to just like disconnect for a year, see what happens.
I couldn't do
And
it.
then we would really be boomerish. If we just left for a year, how hard would it be to be like reintroduced into this habitat?
We would be idiots. We'd come back sounding like boomers at the ripe age of 40 years old.
Yeah. Our kids couldn't even tell us what to do because we've obviously taken them with us.
Yes. Gosh, they're going to fall so far behind from the
Yeah.
TikToks and the things.
Well, at least they won't have our information.
Thank God. Am I right?
I tried to trigger you there. Didn't work.
Try again tomorrow.
Interesting. Yeah, we we just ended up talking about ourselves that entire time. Congratulations, everybody.
You're welcome.
You now know our story.
Anywho, well, thanks for joining us, guys.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
our story, our love bubble story.
Yeah. Bye, Boomer.
See you, Boomer.